I'm here at Cedar Point getting ready to ride the latest and greatest coaster, the GateKeeper. It's the longest, it's the fastest, and I'm about to drop 170 feet, and you're going to see it all. Here we go.
Are you guys ready to ride?
And Cedar Point was packed with people ready to ride.
What brought you all the way from San Diego to Sandusky?
GateKeeper.
Coaster enthusiasts showed up before the sun came up to experience the twists and turns of the GateKeeper. And we found two friends from Livonia that couldn't stop riding.
How many times have you guys been on it? 10. 10?
It delivers 110%. It's smooth, but at the same time it has great G-forces.
So, of course, I had to put that G-force to the test, and you get to come along for the ride. The ride up the 170-foot hill does move quick. Then it's time for the drop. Cue the screams. And get ready for a 160-foot plummet with twists and turns in between. But what sets this ride apart? These cement pillars.
You're thinking, oh my goodness, we're going to run into these towers. But, you have enough clearance to go through them, but it adds to the excitement of the ride.
And after 2 minutes and 40 seconds of non-stop action, everyone walked off the GateKeeper ready for more.
All right, this coaster takes you on twists and turns at 67 miles per hour, but the ride is smooth. This is one you could do over and over again, and you know what? I think I'm just going to do that. Reporting from Cedar Point, Lauren Podell, Local 4.
Is live at the famous Cedar Point amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio, where he got to ride one of the new coasters. Hey, Marcus.
Good morning, Robin. You should be here with me on this thing. What are you doing back there at the station?
Yeah.
Get out here.
Yeah, I wish I
Cedar
could.
Point. Yeah. Cedar Point's only about a 4.5-hour drive from Chicago. If you're a coaster fan, they have, I believe, more coasters than anywhere in the world. Is that right?
We have the most rides of anyone in the world, the largest amusement park, and 16 great roller coasters.
Yeah, and they have a brand new one. All these people around me are coaster enthusiasts. You guys excited to be here? There are more than 1,000 of them from all over the country. They came out to ride this new ride, GateKeeper.
Here we are live in front of Cedar Point's brand new roller coaster, GateKeeper. This is the 16th roller coaster in the park. This is also only the 5th this type of roller coaster in the entire world. It is a wing coaster, so you're actually sitting on either side of the track, meaning there's nothing above you, there's nothing below you. There are 7 inversions. The first drop is 170 feet, and this roller coaster breaks 7 world records. It is an impressive coaster itself, and, well, I'm going to be riding it, which I don't know if I'm looking forward to this or not. We've seen all morning long about 1,000 roller coaster enthusiasts riding this roller coaster all morning long, and we're going to get on this coming up in just a little bit. The reason why it's called the GateKeeper is because actually it goes right through the wings, right through the entrance of the gate.
I could ride this easily 10 more times.
You rode the front and the back.
Very front, very back.
Do you agree with my assessment about riding the back?
The back is very, very thrilling. You get a lot more of the G-forces, especially through the first curve. The cool thing about the front, though, is when you come off of that first hill, when you are in that front car, there is nothing in front of you. Nothing at all.
All right, I have not ridden in the front car, but on that advice, I'm going to go do that right now before I leave.
I am very, very nervous, and that's not a lie. I've never ridden this before, but are we ready to start the ride? Are we ready? Yeah! All right, here we go. We're going to be going up the brand new GateKeeper opening up this Saturday at Cedar Point. This is breaking numerous world records, this ride here. This is the 16th roller coaster at Cedar Point. Catherine and Brian, any questions now as we go up the lift hill?
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks for breaking it in for us, so we know it's safe when we all go.
No problem. Sitting next to me, Samantha, a roller coaster enthusiast from Parma Heights. And let me tell you,
This video. We're loving watching Jason screaming, well, we can say like a girl, but
Girls kind of tough screams.
Well, you can tell. You can't. Can you hear him? I can hear him a little bit,
Yeah.
but he's definitely screaming.
He is. It
It
looks like he's having fun. A lot of fun.
It's
There's
giving
goes
me,
upside down. Holy moly.
I need some Dramamine.
Yeah.
At this point, it looks like he was drooling and spitting at the same time.
Well,
he was drooling,
that'll
spitting,
happen.
and screaming all simultaneously.
He's really good at that kind of stuff.
This roller coaster is not only beautiful, but it is breaking world records. 170-foot lift hill. It has the biggest inversion loop in the entire world. And perhaps the best thing about this ride is the actual entrance to the park. Can you see those big, tall slabs right there? That's the actual entrance to the park, and that's why it's called GateKeeper, because you fly right through the middle of it. You almost think that you're going to hit it with your legs there, so everyone kind of moves their legs in. But there it is.
This ride, GateKeeper, here comes another train. This is right at the entrance to the park, hence the name GateKeeper. Upside down 6 times, 5 different ways. You actually pass through those towers you see behind me, and here comes the train. It is a very smooth roller coaster, not like Mean Streak where you get rattled around or Magnum. This is very modern, smooth. It is a thrilling experience. It's like you're flying through the air, and you hit, I think, 67 miles per hour. You get up to 170 feet. It is definitely one of the premier coasters, joining all the rest here at the park.
About this ride, really smooth, and while I was terrified going up the lift hill, it actually is a fantastic ride. So you guys got to come out here and enjoy it.
What about that huge inversion, Jason? Can you hear us? That huge inversion.
Yeah, that's a world record inversion. It's right after the lift hill, and that is some 140 feet tall. That's the biggest inversion in the entire world. You can only ride it here at Cedar Point.
Did you apologize to that young lady for screaming in her ear the entire trip and for spitting your donut in her face?
Yes, I'm still apologizing. Had to pay her off so that she wouldn't tell anyone else, and very embarrassing. Just very embarrassing.
The world's best amusement park opens for the new season this weekend. Cedar Point has held the title for the last 15 years. Dave Lavelle shows us why the park is not yet ready to give up that title.
Screams, more screams, and even more screams. That's what you expect from the newest ride at Cedar Point Amusement Park. GateKeeper is the world's tallest and fastest wing coaster.
I giggle every time I go through the keyholes.
Fort Wayne's Tom Egoff rode on GateKeeper 14 times by the time we caught up with him. He arrived at 4 a.m.
I love roller coasters, and I love this roller coaster. GateKeeper's awesome.
GateKeeper is also Cedar Point's 16th coaster. The 6 inversions is another record for this type of ride.
Coasters are what we are all about at Cedar Point. We're very proud of our lineup.
GateKeeper stands 170 feet tall. I noticed that during the first drop of the ride.
Oh my Lord!
Cedar Point is marking its 15th straight year as the world's best amusement park. Operators are counting on GateKeeper to make it 16 straight years. At Cedar Point.
Roller coaster lovers from around the world were in Ohio today as Cedar Point unveiled its newest ride. 21 News reporter Matt Stone was there for Media Day. He shows us the GateKeeper.
You guys are clearing out of here. Sit upright. Hold on tight.
Cedar Point's been voted the best amusement park in the world for 15 straight years by Amusement Today magazine. And today the park unveiled its 16th roller coaster. It's called the GateKeeper, since it surrounds the front of the park and you have to enter under it to get in.
It's a wing coaster, meaning that you're not riding inside the train. You don't have that security of anything around you. You got nothing above or below you. You are completely suspended out on the wing, and you're feeling the wind at your face. Your feet are dangling. It's just the closest you can come to flying.
GateKeeper takes you up 170 feet. You go as fast as 67 miles per hour. The price tag, $30 million. Did I ride it? Of course.
Here we go! Going upside down!
It's pretty smooth with plenty of inversions, speed, and plenty of nice views. Not that you'll be able to figure out where you're at because you'll be tossed upside down and side to side many times.
Now I just rode the ride and I have to say my favorite feature is just right behind me. It's a keyhole that's actually in the front of the park. Now when the coaster goes through that keyhole, it actually feels like it's going to cut off your legs.
Many other people who rode it feel the same way, and that's one of the reasons they liked it.
It feels like you're going to get your knees chopped off and your head chopped off. So.
But you look intact, so you look okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. It is very neat and interesting. You get different feels than normal coasters being on the outside, and it offers an interesting perspective as each seat is completely different.
Sean McLeeson doesn't mess around when it comes to coasters. He has his favorite, Millennium Force, tattooed on his arm.
It was fun. It's smooth, it's very fast, and at the very top it inverts, and you almost black out. It's nice. It's as fun as any of these rides out here, I think.
Cedar Point has been touting itself as America's rocking roller coaster for years, and now this season, the entrance to the park will be a part of a roller coaster with the new GateKeeper. The GateKeeper is the first wing-style roller coaster at Cedar Point. Its initial drop of 165 feet is the highest inversion drop in the world and reaches a top speed of 67 miles per hour. It currently holds multiple world records in those categories. Designers were thrilled to add a wing-style ride to the park.
It's like you're flying out on a wing, which is so different than just riding on top of the rail and following the track. So it's liberating with nothing above you and nothing below you.
The new coaster also weaves through and over the entrance of the park. Designers hope seeing and hearing a roller coaster as you walk through the gates will help build the excitement of a day of riding.
If you're going to be the roller coaster capital of the world, you should celebrate that when you walk in.
Longtime roller coaster riders were also invited to ride today to be some of the first to experience the new thrill ride.
It's a rush. It's a rush. You're flying. That's the best way to put it. You're flying.
It's like a middle coaster that they can ride before they get onto the Millennium, or one of the bigger coasters.
The $30 million addition is expected to become a beloved fixture to the roller coaster capital of the world. In Cedar Point, I'm John Monk.
And this year, you're going to be greeted by a brand new roller coaster.
Yep, it's called the GateKeeper, and Fox News' Jason Carr joins us live with a preview of the ride. And Jason, we saw your face earlier when you went on that ride. What can we expect from this coaster?
Well, I'll tell you straight off, the first time I went, I was in seat 2 or row 2. The next time I went, I was more toward the back, and it seemed to completely change the experience. It seemed way more intense and thrilling back toward the rear rather than being up front. Among the coaster enthusiasts that come out for this special preview day, they're all coming off the ride giving it a big thumbs up, and I think I would have to agree.
Thanks for talking to us. Of course, today it's all about GateKeeper, the wing coaster here. It's breaking records. It's what, the tallest, the fastest wing coaster?
Yeah, it has the tallest drop in the world, and the neat thing about it, at 170 feet, the first thing you do is you go upside down. That's the tallest inversion on the planet.
Excellent. We're going to talk about that in the next hour. Everybody here, you love the ride? Yeah! They like the ride. Snoopy likes the ride. Charlie Brown likes the ride. We'll be back next hour with more, guys.
Charlie Brown raising the roof.
All right.
I don't see that too often.
Way to stay current. Top stories next.